David, a name whispered with reverence through the ages, echoing in the annals of history. A king, a warrior, a poet, his legacy is vast and multifaceted. But before the crown, before the conquests, he was a shepherd boy, a humble beginning that shaped his destiny. Tending his father's flock in the fields of Bethlehem, he learned the ways of the land. A simple life, yet it forged within him a strength unseen. Each day he grew stronger, not just in body but in spirit. David's days were filled with the rhythms of nature, the rising and setting of the sun, the changing seasons, the bleating of sheep, the rustling of wind through the grass. These sounds became the soundtrack of his youth. He learned to be patient, observant. Watching over his flock, he became attuned to the smallest changes in his environment. He developed a deep connection with the land, a quiet strength that would serve him well. This bond with nature was unbreakable. Little did he know, destiny had grand plans for the shepherd boy. His future was written in the stars. He was about to face a challenge, one that would change his life forever, a test of courage and faith that would define him. Armed with nothing but a slingshot and his unwavering faith, David was ready to confront his destiny. The world would soon witness the rise of a legend, a shepherd boy who would become a symbol of bravery and resilience. From the fields of Bethlehem to the throne of Israel, David's journey was just beginning. His story, an inspiration for generations to come. The Philistine army stood poised to attack. A valley separated them from the Israelites, a no-man's land cloaked in fear. Towering above the Philistine ranks was Goliath, a giant of a man. His size was imposing, his armor intimidating. He roared a challenge, a dare for any Israelite to face him in single combat. Days turned into weeks, Goliath's challenge echoing unanswered. Fear paralyzed the Israelite soldiers, even King Saul himself. Then came David, bringing provisions for his brothers in the army. He heard Goliath's taunts, witnessed the fear that gripped his people. Something within him stirred, a righteous anger, a courage born of faith. He would answer the giant's challenge. David's victory reverberated through the land. The echoes of his triumph over Goliath were heard far and wide, filling the hearts of the people with hope and admiration. The shepherd boy who slew the giant became a national hero. From the fields where he tended his sheep, David rose to prominence, his name sung in songs and his deeds recounted in tales of bravery. King Saul, initially pleased, grew increasingly wary of David's popularity. The king's heart, once filled with pride for the young hero, began to darken with envy and suspicion. He saw in David a threat, a rival for the throne. Whispers of David's potential to replace him grew louder, fueled by the admiration of the people and the prophecies that spoke of David's future. The king's favor turned to suspicion, then to outright jealousy. Saul's mind became a battlefield of its own, consumed by the fear of losing his kingdom to the young warrior. Despite the king's growing animosity, David remained loyal. He continued to serve Saul, playing the harp to soothe the king's troubled spirit and standing by his side in times of need. He served Saul faithfully, even as danger closed in around him. David's loyalty was unwavering, his heart steadfast in its commitment to the king despite the looming threats. He fled the king's wrath, seeking refuge in the wilderness. With a small band of loyal followers, David navigated the harsh terrains, always on the move to escape Saul's relentless pursuit. Through it all, David's faith never wavered. In the solitude of the wilderness, he found strength in prayer and solace in his unwavering belief in God's plan for him. He knew he was destined for greatness, chosen by God to lead his people. The anointing by the prophet Samuel was a divine confirmation of his destiny, a moment that solidified his purpose. This anointing was not just a symbolic act, it was a powerful declaration of David's future, a sacred ritual that marked him as God's chosen leader. It was a testament to David's character, his courage, and his unwavering trust in God. Through trials and tribulations, David's faith and determination never faltered, paving the way for his eventual rise to kingship. After Saul's death, David ascended to the throne. He united the tribes of Israel, transforming them into a powerful nation. He established Jerusalem as his capital, a city that would forever be linked to his name. David's reign marked a golden age for Israel. He was a skilled warrior, leading his armies to victory against their enemies. He was a wise ruler, establishing justice and prosperity throughout the land. David's reign was not without its challenges. He faced betrayals, rebellions, and internal conflicts, yet through it all he remained a beacon of strength and wisdom. His kingdom prospered, his people flourished. Section 5. The Shadows of Power. Despite his successes, David was human, prone to flaws and bad decisions. His affair with Bathsheba, the wife of one of his loyal soldiers, cast a long shadow over his reign. The consequences of his actions, including the death of Bathsheba's husband, would haunt him for years to come. David's story, though steeped in triumph, is not without its tragedies. He experienced the loss of loved ones, the sting of betrayal. He faced internal struggles, moments where his own desires clashed with his responsibilities as king. These darker chapters serve as a reminder that even the greatest among us are not immune to human failings. Section 6. A Kingdom Divided. As David aged, turmoil erupted within his own family. His son Absalom, driven by ambition and resentment, staged a coup, forcing David to flee Jerusalem. The kingdom David had fought so hard to unite was on the brink of civil war. This rebellion was not just a political struggle, it was a deeply personal tragedy for David. He was forced to confront the consequences of his own actions, the pain he had inflicted on his family. It was a test of his leadership, his resilience, and his capacity for forgiveness. Section 7. Legacy in Stone and Song. David's story is not just found in history books, it's etched in the music and poetry of the Psalms, many of which he penned. His words, filled with raw emotion and profound faith, resonate even today. They speak of joy, sorrow, doubt, and unwavering trust in God. David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of victory and defeat, joy and sorrow, love and loss. Through it all, his faith in God remained his guiding star. He poured his heart into his psalms, capturing the full spectrum of human emotion with a rawness and honesty that continues to move us centuries later. Section 8. David in Faith and History. For centuries, David has been revered as a key figure in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. He's seen as a righteous king, a flawed yet ultimately forgiven sinner, and a prototype of the Messiah. His lineage is traced to Jesus in the Christian tradition, further solidifying his significance in religious history. David's impact extends far beyond his reign. He is a figure of enduring fascination, his story told and retold through art, literature, and music. He embodies the complexities of human nature, the struggle between ambition and righteousness, the enduring power of faith. Section 9. A Timeless Tale. David's life, filled with dramatic twists and turns, reads like an epic novel. It's a story of courage and fear, victory and defeat, love and loss. It's a timeless tale that continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, greatness is possible. His story is a reminder that leadership is not about power, but about service. It's about courage, wisdom, and a steadfast belief in something greater than oneself. David's legacy continues to inspire, challenging us to embrace our own potential for greatness, flaws and all. Section 10. The Enduring Significance of King David. David's life, though lived millennia ago, still speaks to us today. His journey from a humble shepherd to a revered king is a story that transcends time and culture. It is a narrative that has been passed down through generations, inspiring countless individuals with its timeless lessons. We see ourselves in his struggles, his triumphs, his humanity. David's story is not just about a man who lived in ancient times, it is about the universal human experience. His battles, both internal and external, mirror our own. His victories give us hope, and his failures remind us of our own vulnerabilities. He reminds us that greatness is not about perfection, but about resilience, about rising above our failings and striving to become the best versions of ourselves. David's ability to overcome adversity, to learn from his mistakes, and to continue moving forward is a powerful lesson for us all. It teaches us that no matter how many times we fall, we have the strength to rise again. His story is a testament to the enduring power of faith, courage, and the human spirit. David's unwavering faith in the face of overwhelming odds is a source of inspiration. His courage in the face of danger, his ability to lead with compassion and wisdom, and his deep connection to his faith are qualities that continue to resonate with us today. It serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable odds, we too can overcome, we too can leave our mark on the world. David's story is a reminder that hope is never lost, that even in our darkest moments there is a light that can guide us through. The legacy of King David, the shepherd boy who became a legend, continues to resonate through the ages, reminding us that greatness lies within us all. His journey from the fields of Bethlehem to the throne of Israel is a testament to the power of dreams, the importance of perseverance, and the enduring impact of a life lived with purpose and passion. David's story is not just a historical account, it is a living, breathing narrative that continues to inspire and uplift us, urging us to find the greatness within ourselves and to strive for a life of meaning and significance.